Now recall, like from my earlier videos, the 4 steps to solving a quadratic inequality, or the 4 things to ensure. You make the right hand side 0, the coefficient of x squared positive, and to finally find the x-intercepts before you sketch the graph. Okay, so over here, all right, we first have to push our right hand side to be more than 0. Either your right or your left is fine, so I'm just going to keep it on the right side. I'm going to expand my terms, x plus 2 bracket square. This is x squared plus 4x plus 4 less than x to 4 is 4x minus x squared plus 40. Okay, now bringing my terms all over to the left. Okay, positive 4x will give me a negative 4x. So x squared plus 4x plus 4, writing the original 3 terms, minus 4x. Now minus x squared will become a plus x squared, plus 40 will become a minus 40, and to be less than 0. Okay, so over here, I have plus x squared 4x, minus 4x, they will cancel off. I have a x squared, that gives me an overall of 2x squared. I have a plus 4 and minus 40, that will give me an overall of minus 36. Okay, less than 0. Now I have not done anything that offend the inequality sign, so it doesn't change. Okay, so you can see that I have fulfilled the first 2 conditions. I have made the right hand side 0. I have ensured that my coefficient of x squared is positive. Now next, I want to go ahead to find the x-intercept. So what you can do here is you can see that it's a 2x squared minus 36 less than 0. It has a common multiple of 2. So if you were to divide by 2 on both sides, 0 divided by 2 will just be 0, right? And here, when you divide by 2, you have x squared minus 18. Okay? Now again, do not make the mistake of square rooting both sides, because as I mentioned in my earlier videos, when you square root both sides, okay, you will end up offending the inequality. Okay, when you square root both sides, the inequality may change. Okay, so that's why we do not do that. It may or may not. Okay, so here what we do is again we try to use the fact that this is like a squared minus b squared, and the next part may look scary. Okay, this is a squared minus b. If I were to factorize it, it's like a minus b, a plus b, okay, to be less than 0. Okay, a minus b, a plus b, to be less than 0. So these are our x-intercepts. So if you imagine we were to sketch the graph, it means that if I look at this, or you try to equate it to 0, okay, imagine this is an equation, you will see that your x-intercepts are none other than x equals to square root 18 and x equals to negative square root 18. Okay, can. After that, you sketch the curve, all right, and where are the x-intercepts? The x-intercepts will be negative square root 18, square root 18. And since you are looking for the region where your graph is less than 0, it means that you are looking for the region where your graph is underneath the x-axis, right? So recall again, when we talk about less than 0, it means that you relate 2 things. Number 1, you are relating the graph. You are sketching the graph y equals to x minus square root 18, x plus square root 18, and at the same time you are thinking about x minus 18 square root 18, x plus square root 18 to be more than 0. Okay, so what does it mean? If you relate this y, which is equals to this, and at the same time this is more than 0, it means that you're looking at the region, the corresponding x values, where your y is positive, where your y is more than 0. So what does it mean by you are looking at y more than 0? So if you are thinking about y more than 0, it means that basically you are interested in the region where is the graph is above. You are looking at a region where the graph is above. Oh, sorry. Oh, less than 0. My bad. Okay, sorry, less than 0. I copied wrongly. Okay, less than 0. Okay, so if you are looking at less than 0, then it's the other way around. You are looking at the region where the graph is below the x-axis, because that is where your y values are negative. So if you just follow my cursor here, every point here underneath the x-axis is where your y values are negative. It means that this function, if it's basically your y function, is less than 0, it is negative. So what's the corresponding x values that will give you this portion here? The corresponding x values, you can see that basically from here to here is where x has to be between negative square root 18 and square root 18. Okay, can? Yeah, so that will be the solution. So do take note that it is not an inclusive inequality, so we do not include the x intercepts. That's why you can see here I did not include square root 18 and negative square root 18. Okay.